Fascinating new details have emerged concerning a medieval mᴜmmу known for her Adidas boots which she wore over 1,000 years ago. The woman's body was discovered in the Altai mountain region of Mongolia a year ago. Yet her belongings have been so beautifully protected that experts are still uncovering some of the secrets they keep. Now, scientists have discovered that the mᴜmmου ffE dіed and fa saw and mᴜmmу to the ศ์before her dіed. The Mongolian woman aged between 30 and 40 headlines, thanks to her modern-looking footwear, which some liken to a pair of trainers. Scientists believe the body of a woman, pictured, found in April last year, dіed up to 1,100 years ago from mᴜmmου to the ศ์. In the intervening 12 months, scientists have been working to find out more about the Mongolian mᴜmmου. And her trademark felt boots, boasting red and black stripes, have been carefully cleaned, with new pictures revealed by the Siberian Times. Experts from the Center of Cultural Theory of Mongolia now believe the woman dіed up to 1,100 years ago after a ศ์wound. And TL examinations found that it was quite possible that the traces of mᴜmmου to the mᴜmmù's facial bones were the ศ์of her dіed. They are still seeking to verify the exact age of the mᴜmmù, but they estimate it took place in the 10th century, more recently than originally thought. Her trademark felt boots, which were compared to Adidas trainers, pictured have been carefully cleaned and restored. About the boots, Galbadrik Inkbat, director of the center, said, with these stripes, when the find was made public, they were dubbed similar to Adidas shoes. In this sense, they are an interesting object of study for ethnographers, especially so when the style is very modern. And one local fashion expert, quoted by Siberian Times, said, overall they look quite kinky but stylish. I wouldn't mind wearing them now in a cold climate. Those high-quality TTAs, the bright red and black stripes, the length, I would buy them now in no time. The high altitude and cold climate helped to preserve both the woman's body and her belongings. And a coating of shilajit, a thick, sticky tar-like substance with a color ranging from white to dark brown, that covered her body aided this process. Some skin and hair can be seen on her remains, which were wrapped in felt. The woman was mᴜmmù alongside a number of her possessions, including a handbag and 4 changes of clothes. This included a handbag, 4 changes of clothes, the Adidas boots, and numerous practical and everyday objects, pictured. A comb and a mirror from her beauty kit were also found, along with a knife. Her horse and a saddle with metal stirrups in such good condition that it could be used today were mᴜmmù as well. But despite her seemingly LAV possessions, archaeologists believe she was an ordinary woman of her time, rather than an aristocrat or royal. The Mongolian woman, pictured, is believed to have been aged between 30 and 40 when she dіed. Some skin and hair can be seen on her remains, which were wrapped in felt. Despite her seemingly LAV possessions, pictured, archaeologists believe she was an ordinary woman of her time, rather than an aristocrat or royal. Experts believe she may have been a seamstress, due to a variety of sewing equipment which was found inside her bag, pictured, as well as the embroidery on her clothing. Judging by what was found inside the mᴜmmù, we guess that she was from an ordinary, OASA stratum, added Mr. Inkbat. Various sewing utensils were found with her. The preserved remains of a horse, pictured, were uncovered at the mᴜmmù site. A saddle with metal stirrups, pictured, in such good condition that it could be used today was found alongside it. This is only our guess, but we think she could have been a seamstress. Inside her bag was the sewing kit, and since the embroidery was on both the bag and the shoes, we can be certain that the embroidery was done by locals. The RAV was dіed at an altitude of 9,200 feet 2,803 meters, and the woman is believed to be of Turkic origin. It appears to be the first complete Turkic mᴜmmù in Central Asia. At the time of the discovery, commenters on Twitter and Facebook made a number of tongue-in-cheek claims that woman must be a time traveler. One Twitter user jokingly quipped, "Must be a time traveler. I knew we would d1 up sooner or later," another added, "Huh? Time-traveling mᴜmmù? Ace or Ari interfered with." Meanwhile, Facebook user said, "Lul, he's wearing a pair of gazelles, and well, I must admit, I've got a few pair, but I ain't had them that long." AOT of possessions were found in the RAV, offering a unique insight into life in medieval Mongolia. These included a saddle, bridle, clay vase, wooden bowl, trough, iron kettle, the remains of an entire horse, and ancient clothing. There were also pillows, a sheep's һead, and felt travel bag in which were placed the whole mᴜmmου of a sheep, goat bones, and small leather bag designed to carry a cup. Archaeologists from the city museum in hovd were alerted to the mᴜmmου site by local herdsmen. The Altai Mountains, where the mᴜmmου was discovered, unite Siberia in Russia.